people that make up the Oklahoma City hip hop scene.
Okay.
So like your whole interview might not be in there, but
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
different things.
Okay.
So now he's a producer, so that's like a different perspective right there.
I rapped on one project, but it was like
You did?
around. Yeah, Spirit Animal, me and Mars
I
did an
didn't
EP
even know-
together.
Really? I
It's
didn't know-
garbage, but you
I
can
don't
check it
know,
out
man.
anyways.
I gotta check that out. Yeah. I didn't even know you rapped on it. That's what's up. All right, you ready?
So look at her and when I'm answering.
Action. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
look at the
So
camera.
so look
Okay.
at her. Yeah. Look at
All
her.
right.
So say your name
My name is Igloo Panda.
and your producer. How long have you been producing?
I've been producing in the hip hop scene here for probably about like 4 years.
Who are some artists that you produce
I produced for all the Sativa Prophets, Militant Minds. They're not together anymore, but like Tough. I've worked with like Teflo Dollar, Derek Cantu, Mouthpiece, The Ripper, Young Gaines. I know I'm forgetting like a bunch of people, but I do like lots of different projects with people, like full. I try to do like full albums or full EPs, like produce one.
with? How, when you were starting to produce, how were you able to sink in and link up with other
Actually, like when I first started, I didn't even know there was a scene here because I was actually gonna move to Austin, and I just happened to meet. I met Rod Malone, he's a Sativa Prophet. That's the collective I'm in, and I met him, and we just started working on music together, and I just started meeting more and more rappers, and so.
A lot of people feel like people don't support Oklahoma artists. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, kind of. I feel like it's more of a thing of just, it's kind of like Oklahoma in general. It doesn't seem to be very progressive that much, you know. So like people here that are artists don't seem to really fit here, you know. And I think that a lot of people in Oklahoma kind of get told what to like, whether it's in music or fashion or film or art or whatever. So I think we're just trying to create something, you know, a little bit different, you know, when people hear it, and you know, every day in hip hop, you know, something that like just sounds different, you know. And but yeah, I would say the support's grown though, because I remember like when I first got into it, it seemed like it would be like there'd be like just a show at a house or a show at like a really small venue or maybe like a small bar or something, and it would be like maybe once a month. And now it's to the point where there's like almost every weekend on like a Friday and Saturday night there might be 2, 3, 4 hip hop shows going on. I know there's been a couple times we've been like double booked on the same night, you know, so it's definitely growing, the scene. But the scene itself is like has a lot of like really diehard fans, you know, and I think it's just those are the people that really know what's going on, and everybody else is not really caught on yet to it.
So what do you think it's going to take for those other people to catch on?
What is it gonna take? Probably a couple things. There's probably gonna be an artist that like breaks out of here that has just some kind of massive hit that will bring more attention to Oklahoma City and the scene in general. Because there's different sides of the scene. Like there's more of like the street side. There's like a little grimier, and then there's more kind of like I guess the side like we're kind of on, which is not really street so much, I guess. But those two sides are kind of starting to mess around with each other a little bit more. So yeah, probably just either just an artist just getting a real big single or something, you know, or that's probably what would bring the most attention the quickest.
Now, you said that you mentioned how there's kind of like different types of artists, like kind of like grimy artists and more positive artists, but it's like they're completely different scenes.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to take for them to merge together?
Well, they're starting to. Yeah, and it didn't used it didn't used to be that way at all, actually. Like one of the guys I work with, like one of my best friends, Young Gaines, he kind of came from that side, and I guess he's still kind of in it, but we work together a lot. We're actually working on an album together, and it's just networking. Everybody's just kind of starting to network with everybody more, from both sides. Because I mean, there's fans like from both sides of the scene that like other artists' music on other sides of the scene, you know. So it's definitely starting to integrate more, I guess you could say.
If someone from like another state was to say, "What is the Oklahoma City sound?" How would you describe it?
I don't think there's like an Oklahoma City sound yet, to be honest. I would say like, as far as like the creativity and stuff, I feel like there's a lot of like super creative producers and rappers and vocalists here, and I feel like that sound is kind of just, I don't know, it's kind of like just forming, I guess you could say. I feel like as far as like for me, for instance, I'm influenced by like all kinds of stuff, from hip hop to electronic to rock to jazz. Not so much country, but you know, like I'm influenced by a lot of different things, and I think being in the center of the country, practically, it's like I feel like a lot of people are influenced by all different types of things, from the West Coast, the East Coast, you know, and then like the South, like Atlanta, stuff like that, you know, maybe Florida, and different sounds like that. So I just think it, you know, it's a small scene, but it's been building for a while, and it'll just take a little bit of time, you know. So
Oklahoma City, top 5 rappers.
top 5 rappers in Oklahoma City?
For
Oh
you,
shit!
Your personal top 5.
I'm gonna get in trouble on this one. All right, my personal top 5 rappers, in no particular order. Well, Joey Sativa, but he's not really from here, so he counts, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? But like Derek Cantu, Huckweed, Mars Deli, Teflo Dollar, and I'll throw Bruce Wayne in there. He's like a newer guy that a lot of people don't know about, but he's like one of my newer favorite guys. It's like in the scene.
Is there anything that you feel like people should know from a producer's perspective?
About
Maybe working with producers?
I don't know. It's a pretty broad question.
Is there anything that you maybe run into with artists that you're like, I wish artists knew this?
No, not really. I mean, show up on time. You know, like just stuff like that. Because I mean, every producer works different and has different ways of working. I like to work really fast, so I don't like to take like, you know, 2 months on a song. I like to do a song in a day, if we can do it a day, you know, just fresh and just. That's just how I like to work, though.
What about the Hip Hop Fest, man? You got anything to say? Did you come last year too?
Yeah, I was here last year.
What do you think about the festival? Have you been to, like, I guess they had multiple different days and events, like some classes and things like that. If you, I guess.
I mean, man, to be honest, like we didn't really want to play it this year, just because last year and this year too, we kind of heard different things about, you know, the people that were running it and money and things like that going to, I guess, them more than what. I guess it's supposed to be some kind of fundraiser thing or something, but from what I've been hearing, it's really not that way. So we didn't actually want to be on it this year because we felt like that was kind of a wrong thing, and like, you know, I don't think any of the performers really got paid and stuff like that. And, you know, it's like, it's one thing because it's like, I feel like sometimes promoters and stuff and people that throw on these festivals and these shows and everything, they feel like they're doing us a favor by putting us on, because they'll say, well, we'll put you on for the exposure and all that. But I mean, we've been, as far as like the Sativa Prophets as a collective, I mean, we've been doing this for like 4 years. We've played in other states. Like we're going on tour next year. You know what I mean? So it's like we can throw our own shows, and we've done it, and make a couple grand and pay the artists that are on the show. You know? So I just kind of feel like, I think that's probably one of the things in the scene here that like is in my mind is messed up, is that there's not compensation a lot of times for the artists, you know. And I feel like a lot of times people are making money off all these different artists and not paying them, and I just don't think that's right, you know. And on top of that, what we had kind of heard about the money not going to where it was supposed to go and stuff like that, and so yeah, we didn't really want to be on it, but they put us on the bill, and they I guess it was on the radio saying we were on it, so it was like, well, I guess we kind of gotta go now. So because we had people show up, fans with the shirts and stuff, like, so we were like, well, we gotta be here, I guess. But yeah, just kind of things like that go on.
That's a good perspective. I'm really glad you said that, man.